Heyo! Princess Sarah here. I never thought I would return back to this channel. I've used this channel as like my past cringe weeb self. I made this channel back when I was in elementary school and I started posting regularly around the age of 13 years old. I then took a big step back from this channel for my own mental health. I am now an adult, and as an adult, I am exploring my kinks. I am new to the BDSM kink community. One of my kinks are DDOG, which stands for Daddy Dom and Little Girl Roleplay. Regardless of your stance on this controversial kink, we can both agree that children should never be allowed in DDOG spaces for their own safety. Let's get that out of the way. This is not a place to kink shame. This is a place to protect children. Now, as someone who is a part of the DDOG space, I tend to join communities on Discord servers that are dedicated to my kinks. I am in this one server that we are going to be talking about today, a server that I have an issue with. It's called DDOG Daycare. This server allows minors and adults to be a part of it, which I've always had an issue with. There's tons of PDF files rampant in the server. Many have been exposed by the mods. The server is divided into two sections, adults only and general. Both kids and adults have access to general. Even though this is an attempt to stop the grooming, it's not enough. Personally, I believe children should never be a part of a server that has DDOG in its name. That's just breeding grounds to get creeped on. I was never quiet about my concerns with the server. I let everyone know publicly what I thought. Here, I will provide screenshots here. This was last month, on the 14th. Controversial opinion. Maybe we should make this server adults exclusive. I keep getting tagged about some new pedo out the woodworks. I've been in this server for only a few months, and multiple pedos been caught while my stay here. It's already risky enough to be having kids and adults in a DDOG server. DDOG by definition is two consenting adults who are into daddy dom / little girl play. This server is a cesspool for pedos. It's a kink server that gives them easy access to kids. This server should have never allowed underage people here in the first place. Personally, I believe no one under the age of 18 should be in a server named DDOG Playground. That's just my opinion. I then provided a screenshot of the definition of DDOG, like what's the point of it, and it stated two consensual adults. Two consensual adults, that is the whole point. If an actual minor is a part of it, that is not DDOG. That is grooming, and I don't like that. One of the mods responded claiming that the mod team was planning on rebranding the server to something more family friendly. Here you can see I'm asking questions. They claim they don't know how it'll go down since they don't have much power. Completely understandable. I didn't hassle them after that. Honestly, after that, they made a new channel that was open up for people to suggest new names for the rebranding of the server. Multiple people suggested tons of wholesome names. Now, here's the issue I have with this server. It is now November 11th, almost a whole month after they claimed they were going to rebrand. I don't see any changes. The name is still the same, no update whatsoever, and so I said this in an adult-only channel. It's been almost exactly a month since we've had this discussion. The moderators claimed they would have changed the server's name, which they haven't done. It shouldn't be taking this long to decide on a name. This is embarrassing. The lack of action makes me question the mods team character. We don't get any update. We don't see any changes. Nothing has happened. Nothing has happened ever since we've had this conversation in the first place. Absolutely nothing. One mod that goes by the name of Steffi responded to my complaint and said it's almost as if the mods are busy having to babysit the adults because they're worse than the minors. Respectfully, don't comment blindly when you don't know what's going on in staff chat. We have been talking about this. We aren't obligated to do stuff for you. If you have a problem with how staff run things, you are free to exit. Huh? There's a lot of issues with her statement. Number one, if you're rebranding the server, you should keep people updated. You should keep people posted. It's been almost a whole month. They had plenty of time to choose a new name at least. Number 2, her snarky comments saying that the mod team aren't obligated to do things for me. Honey, this isn't for me as an individual. It's for the server. Do your job as a moderator. And 3, she told me to leave the server because I don't like how staff run things. That is not how you respond to criticism. That was disrespectful as fuck. Now, she is right about one thing. I don't know what happens in their staff chat. I am not a moderator in their server, but I am a moderator in other servers, including my own. I know how things work. I am not stupid. It shouldn't take that long for you to rename a server. Of course, I respond with this. You're not helping your case. You guys have plenty of time, had plenty of time to pick a new name. As a member of the server, I have every right to state my opinion. What I'm seeing is a lack of action. There was a statement made to change the server that wasn't fulfilled. How about instead of getting defensive, keep your end of the bargain and change the server's name? If you can moderate multiple people, then you can change the server's name. I am a Discord moderator for 2 servers and I also run my own server. I know how these things work. Do not underestimate my knowledge to these things. They then had another moderator that had their back, that backed them up, and told me if I had any concerns, I had to open up a ticket. Usually when it comes to situations that I have issues with a server, I do open up a ticket. Oh, absolutely. That's usually the first thing I do. But in this case, I didn't because I know that public pressure was the only way they were going to actually act on it. Plus, the ticket system has its downsides. Yes, the ticket system is very effective to keep things organized and great for anonymity, but the downside is that if the moderation team is terrible or corrupt, your ticket could be dismissed or your ticket could be swept under the rug and nobody else knows about it, nobody else witnessed it. I've been in situations where that has happened to me. I'd open up a ticket, I would discuss my issue, the mod would be terrible and dismiss my issue and or sweep the shit under the rug. Another reason why I didn't make a ticket was because I believe these mods need to be put on full blast for their lack of effort to protect the minors in the server. Steffi here then responded to me saying, "You expect us to pull a name out of our ass? Girl, you guys have a whole channel dedicated to name suggestions. You have so many to choose from. Just vote on it and be done with it." She's making it way difficult than it already is. No child should be in a server called DDLG Daycare. Also, I forgot to mention, I wanted them to get on call with me. I told them I would rather get on call with them instead of going to the ticket, and they both refused. One claimed that they were in a car, which makes no sense because they're typing away. So either they're not the one driving or they're literally typing while driving, which is dangerous. So yeah. Again, this server shouldn't even have kids in here the first place. As you can see by some of the screenshots, I got timed out. I was actually timed out 3 times for calling out the mods on their bullshit. Another admin came along, muted me for 24 hours, and then made a poll and chat to ban me. They tagged @here to everyone who was active and told them to vote yes or else they'd be dealt with consequences. That is bullying and immature, downright disrespectful. Now they claimed it was a joke, but it wasn't funny at all. People in the chat were confused and asked what I did. I couldn't even defend myself because they muted me. All because I rightfully criticized a mod team for not doing their job. The same admin who made that poll then made a new poll in the announcement chat with 3 options of what to call the new server. The top one is called Daddy Playroom. Daddy Playroom? Do you genuinely think that's appropriate for minors to be a part of? That's even worse than DDLG Daycare. Like, at this point, just be on the registry. The moderation team is terribly corrupted. This server is not safe for kids at all. If you had a child, would you allow them to be a part of this server? If you say yes, then you're weird as hell. I will be leaving this server very soon. This server should be adults only, period. I encourage everyone to go and report this server. Do not rate it, just report it. Here it is again on screen. Anyways, this is Princess Sarah, signing off. Bye!